Many years ago at Gamagon, in the province of Omi, was a castle, my home, called Azuchi no Shiro. It was a magnificent place surrounded by walls and a moat filled with lotus lilies. The feudal lord, my father, Yuki Naizen Nojo, was a very brave and wealthy man. At age 18, for what reason I have absolutely no idea, I was given the title of princess. For a considerable period of time, there had been peace and harmony in the land. The feudal lords were on the best of terms and everyone was happy. Father saw this as the best opportunity for him to find me a husband.
Daughter, as you are now 18, it is about time I find you a proper husband.
Yes, Father. I just hope he'll be the one for me.
So after some time, my father chose the second son of the Lord of Ako of Harima province, an affair having little to do with the principals. My fiancé viewed me with approval and I him. One could say that young people are bound to approve each other when it is the parents' wish that they be united. I made up my mind to try and love my prospective husband. I saw nothing of him, but I thought and talked of him. When Princess Aya was walking in the magnificent gardens by the moonlight, accompanied by her ladies-in-waiting,
Let's go to the garden. How beautiful are the peonies this time of year?
Yes, would you like to get it?
Sure. Princess!
This morning, I've seen the most handsome young man I could ever imagine. He must have been a samurai of the highest order. His dress was covered with my favorite peonies, and his sword was mounted. Who could he be? How could he pass through all our guards?
I don't know.
Yes,
Scotch or Evian?
Evian.
Thank you.
After that evening, Princess Aya fell sick. She could not eat or sleep and turned pale.
Your temperature is too high, you should rest.
Guards, follow me. Ostadayo, Ostadayo.
Sir, the princess is sick.
I demand to know the reason for her illness. You are her trusted maid. Does she have a secret lover?
Sir, I don't like to tell secrets, but 3 weeks ago, while we were walking in the pond, we saw a peony flower. While the princess trying to get it, she fell. Then a samurai appeared, helped her, and disappeared again. After that, the princess became ill, and she told me that she is deeply in love with that samurai.
How is it possible for a man to enter my castle?
I don't know, sir.
It is even impossible for a supernatural being to enter my castle grounds.
I don't have any idea about it.
The princess was more wearily unhappy than ever before. In her gloom, the maids decided to play for her. As she started playing, there suddenly appeared the same handsome young samurai. After that, the next few days were spent in consultation. It was decided by the lord of the castle that to invite a veteran officer of great strength and wisdom, Maki Hyogo, to capture the youth should he appear that evening. He readily consented and at the appointed time, and consequently invisible, concealed himself among the peony. Music seemed to have a fascination for the young samurai. It was while music was being played that he made his appearances. As the ladies played another piece, sure enough arose the figure of a young samurai dressed magnificently in clothes which were covered in embroidered peonies. Everyone gazed at him and wondered why Maki did not jump out and catch him.
I need to find you. I gotta find you. There he is! There he is! There he is!
I carried the flower back to my room where I put it into a vase of water and placed it near my pillow. I felt as if he was with me. Day by day I got better. I took good care of the peony, and strange to say, the flower seemed to get stronger and stronger instead of fading. At last I was fully recovered. I resumed my radiant beauty while the peony continued to remain in perfect bloom, showing no sign of dying. Now that I was recovered, father could not put off the wedding any longer. A few days later, I was to be married. On the day of my wedding, I was plagued by doubtful thoughts like, was this the man, the person I wanted to spend my whole life with? Or will I be happy afterwards? Even as I was walking down the aisle, still these thoughts bothered me. It was during the objection rite that I received a shock I was not prepared for, but had a feeling deep down inside of me that it was true.
Before this wedding starts, does anyone want to object?
I object! That girl is not the real princess. I am. Allow me to explain. When we were born, we were switched accidentally. I have lived in this information as long as I could remember, and I could not take it that she will marry the man I love.
Prove it.
I have a birthmark.
I recognize you, my daughter.
So it turns out that the princess was not actually the real princess and the maid was the real princess, but the king still considers Aya his daughter, which would make them sisters.
My dear daughter, Aya, I will still consider you as your daughter. Because for 18 years, you've been with me.
I pronounce you husband and wife.
The villagers from then on, even if Aya was not the real princess anymore, instead of speaking of the Princess Aya, they called her Peony Princess. And that is possibly the best story of an 18-year-old princess and how it ends up with a number of twists.
How could he have passed our guard?
I don't know. When we were born, we were switched accidentally. I have a birthmark.
Yes, I recognize your birthmark.
I am where I should write.
Was this the man, the person I wanted to spend my whole life with? Or will I be happy afterwards?